Hello everyone and welcome back to Town of Salem 2. In this video we are going to play as an oracle and the mayor couldn't read. I'm 12 on the list, that's decent. And it says TP lookout, thanks. 15 says I deserve to leave past night 1. 13 says jailer, I'm the jailer, I'm the jailer. 15 says no TP lookout on 9. 10 says TK here. 1 says I will be on 13. I'm TP. And 1 says wants TP. Okay, it could be a wet bait. Let's cast EGs on jailer. I think the one who said the jailer is most likely baiting evils. But if there is a real jailer, they will get my protection, you know. Because I only protect townies that I choose. Nice. Rest in peace to 5, the bodyguard. They died while defending their target. Let's go! Okay, so 14 isn't Coven, or we will see who attacked them. Nice, they're not Coven because 8 was killed by the bodyguard. So 14 isn't Coven confirmed. I say BGW. 14 says 10, sus, attacked saved by BG. 13 says, oh, mighty rock from the heavens, rain down. 14 says, love you 5, I see TP here. 10 claims that 4 and or 15 are good. 15 says, I lived. 11 says, I was writing in my will and forgot to full claim to jailer. 2 says, 8 had books, so that's why it was Eno. 3 says, 10 spy. 11 says, I'm cleric. Why would you open claim cleric here? What? 6 says TP here. 11 says, oh, wait. 10 says, did I get ripped? 2 says, oh, get 10. Nice, there is deputy shot. And they're shooting. They shot Doomsayer, who was an enchanter. I know it's... okay, so 2 Coven down and we have a deputy. And jailer. Things look nice for town. Fifty says, woo, I'm confirmed now. 9 says, good flummery deputy. And says, jailer, if you are reading this, I was writing in my will and forgot to full claim. My bad. I don't trust them at all. 3 says, I'm Koro. 1 says, I'm TP. 11 openly claimed cleric, even though they weren't hard accused, you know. 2 says that sheriff 8 is Eno. 4 didn't claim. I say 4 claim, please. 9 says, who were you on last night? 1. No need to full claim, just who you were on. 4 says, I'm town killing. 13 says, I full claim day 1. 9 says, town power. 1 says, I said day 1 who was on. 13 says, I don't know where is the rock though. There could be a ritualist or a jinx, that's why there is no rock. Or maybe the conjurer is just saving that rock, you know. 7 claims TK, 6 claims TP. Thirteen says, really? 11 says, who is jailer? I can protect. 9 says, 15 is confirmed by the way. 14 says, TP on me. Okay, I can't Aegis jailer, so let's select deputy then, since they asked for protection. Aegis, deputy. and nothing happened. The players will be saying that I'm fake because I haven't got a protection. Wow, that's a lot of people dead. Rest in peace to two, the werewolf. They were mauled by a werewolf. Oh, classic werewolf on werewolf action, because they don't know who's the other werewolf is, unless they track a werewolf to someone who died to werewolf. Rest in peace to 6, the werewolf. They were mauled by a werewolf. 7 going to conjure me. Read. Rest in peace to 7, the monarch. They were killed by the cavern. That's so unlucky. And they didn't write who they tried to knight. I hope they knighted a good townie. Damn it! I couldn't protect Jailer this night. They were mauled by a werewolf. They were also mauled by a werewolf. Okay, they decided to execute 13. And they say 11 refused to claim. He didn't forget, he refused. Rest in peace to 13, the retributionists. They were executed by the jailer. Unlucky. Jailer is exing me. Sad. Oh, because they fake claim jailer, you ex them? They try to protect you. Bye, pirate. Safe travels. One says, well, from werewolf action, Lamau, they traded. One says, wait, am I dumb? Don't answer that. 3 confirmed that 15 is deputy. 3 says, well, I'm still useless. 4 says, damn. 15 says, okay, so we get 3. And 15 has revealed himself as the mayor. He better be a good mayor. 3 says, brah. 4 says, I'm deputy though. 3 says, how aren't you dep? 4 says, not 15. 3 says, I thought you claimed dep, lol. 1 says, I wasted my safe on pirate, frick. There were good targets to go on and you wasted them on pirate, what? 15 says, I knew it would work. 3 says, tarnation. I say, lol, 3. 3 says, why didn't you CC? Okay, so 3 is so gone. So 4 is deputy. 3 says, well... This is weird. Let's just say good night, evil. I don't like 11 at all. 4 says we should get 11 tomorrow. Deputy also says that we should get 11. Nice. I love deputies who are smart. One says, I'm protecting Mayor, you idiots. 15 says, 11 might have just forgot to claim to jailer though. One says, I did. And this was a hexmaster, let's go. 4 says, the will says they refused. Yeah, we should follow the jailer here. Rest in peace to 1, the fellow oracle. They were killed by the coven. Oh no. Says, I was on mayor. 4 says, can both of you post? They claim that they were jailed night 1, night 2 Steve because he wanted to the pirate, and then they went on the mayor. One says, what are you for again? I'm deputy. One says, oh. 4 says, 12, post. I say, I know we should follow the jailer rule. 15 says, it's 11 or 12. 4 says, oh, never mind. One says, he did. One says, I guess we just ball it. Mayor, why are you doing this? Why? You have a jailer bill where they say that 11 refused to claim. What? I say 11 was sassed to jailer. And they open claimed. But get me, sure, sarcasm. 15 says it's a 50-50 and I think that Oracle is more likely to be fake. What? And 11 is more likely to just be sassed to jailer, but I still trust them more. What? 11 says I can explain that, I allegedly forgot to claim. 4 says for some reason I think 11 is jester. 15 says I think 12 is a better player. And faking. I say good luck town. 07. Yeah, we lose this because of the stupid mayor. Once again. 1 says, I was about to say my row by the time I went out. 10 says, for real, WTF? 15 says, it was 50-50, so we will see. 4 says, damn. 4, why didn't you convince 15 to follow... Ah. The mayor's will. What? I say, all they had to do was follow the jailer, for fuck's sake. 9 says, 15 is actually brain dead. It's insane. I say, yeah. The necromancer says, hey 9, we won this. It's all fair and you know the rules. Oracles are never real. I said smiley face. Damn the rules. Princess trap on 15. Where it says, I don't make it up, I follow it. Someone's getting to be roasted. 9 says, 15, can you tell Nation say what my will says real quick? Click it and read out for us, please. I say, 15, why didn't you follow jailer? 9 says, read it. 15 says, I saw what it says, yes. 9 says, and tell me what it says. The new Nation brain dead. 15 says, I was scam reading and assumed 11 was just bad. 9 says, no, you're stupid, don't scam read. 13 says, the same jailer who executed Town and double killed by werewolf. 11 says, bruh, OMG. 15 says, Oracle is never real. 8 says, 11 was just bad, smiley face. 11 says, I'm alone, hello. 3 says, 11 is super bad. I can't imagine why 11 didn't get hanged here instead of me. Why would it... I'm so confused that deputy didn't try to, you know, change the mayor's mind. He says they were so bad, I assumed they were the townie playing terribly. 13 says, nice job. 8 says, 3, when they upped you, I thought it was Jover. 3 says, so that's why they were good. 11 says, on the case of 4, I hereby sentence you to death. 3 says, think about it. I say, jailer said 11 refused to claim. 13 says, see, this jailer didn't deserve the win anyway, so W. What? Retributionist is a very sus claim. 8 says, when the real mayor speaks, I shut my mouth and listen. Eleven was the real mayor. And this was deputy. RIP. I say, Town had it in the bag. 8 says, we won that. Wow. I say, GG, Coven. 13 says, nice execute, jailer. 15 says close one. This kind of player shouldn't get a town power. Thank you so much for watching this video. Here are the ones that might interest you as well. And please like, comment and subscribe to help this channel grow, and see you soon in the next one.